Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you're all well. This week on the Magic Roundabout we have got Dinky Toys Foden Tanker. This is the Regent oil or whatever it's called. This is seriously plain worn. Tyres are shot, back axle missing. So that's what we're playing with this week. So we'll get off the Magic Roundabout and we'll have a look at it in a minute. I'd just like to say thanks to all my new subscribers and all my old faithfuls. Keep coming back. Thanks very much. Much appreciated. There we go. So let's get it off and have a good look at it and see what we're going to do. Okay then, let's have a look at this old bus. It's real dark blue. This has been overpainted like a black. Been painted a black chassis. It should be a dark blue, like a midnight blue, and red. Right, grey tyres. These ones should be black tyres on here. So that and red hubs are correct. These hubs are a bit chewed. So when I grind them off, I'm just going to run a file over them. Okay. Luckily, the tank's in good condition. No big dents in it, which is good. The ladders are a bit wavy, and they normally are like this, but it's complete and down the side. Sometimes you'll get them broken off here and there and everywhere. The top caps are still in place, which is good. She's very dirty. No broken pillars. Pillars. Yeah. Yeah, I just might just hang on a minute. I've just noticed. Yeah, look at that. We'll have to watch this. Let me show you this. I've just noticed this. See there? Look at that. There's a crack. Runs along the back there. I don't know how far this crack goes. It's not that bad. We might be able to get away with that. We'd have to tilt the cab that way a bit, I think, because if you look, it needs bringing. If I put pressure on, it needs bringing that way. And I didn't notice that. That's a hairline crack. Look at that. And I think it's come through here as well. There. And I think looking at it again really closely, if I can find, this is the first time I'm seeing it. Same for you. The crack there. I'll get this in so you can have a look what I'm looking at. Hopefully you'll see it. Just there, look. That runs along there. And just in there. Just there. And I'm just moving some paint away. So we have to be very careful with that. Anyway, we'll address that. Hopefully we'll just be able to clamp that and super glue it. There's always something in it whenever you start the job. Well, we know the back axle missing. I've got one over here spare. So to get this tank off, you've got some tabs. There, there, and there. I don't know if you see those. Hopefully you can. And then you've got to take this back axle out. That will then allow you to lift this plate up and pull it out the front. These ones, as you can see, they've got clamps over them. They can be left in place if you want. Just take the base plate off. Okay. Dinky Toys, Super Toys, Foden. Right. Okay. I've got the decals for it. I get my fingers on them. Here they are. There's decals. Got the white stripe, which is good because that goes right away along there and round the back. That's the back one. These are two side ones. So that saves masking up 3 colours having that. Okay, here we go. Right. Now we're going to get these axles off. See, notice what I've got here. One of my subscribers, Fraser, said to me, have you got one of them gizmos for your tool, for your wizard? And I said, you know what, I'm not sure. And I looked in the box and it's there. So I'm giving it a go. Right, looking for the There it is. We're looking for the narrowest one. This is a bit awkward. It's a bit tight, this. But we'll just run that around there. Like I said, the hubs need a bit of work, so that's it, that's one off. Try not to take too much meat out of these things. Should pull out. A lot of old paint on here. That's one. Now we've got to look for this one. Alright, let's look at this one now. Sure it's that one. Yeah. This one's very tight in here. There's not a lot of axle room in there. Pull that one out. So I'm just checking the other end. Just give me a minute. Bloody thing, lay still. Oh, again. That'll come through. Yeah. One. This is a bit tight. Let's get the pliers on it. Yeah, some of these axles are a bit short in length. That's that out. So then we can now, let me turn this off. There you go. I'm not sure if I like that. Then we can lift up the plate and pull it out. There's like a tab there. Should pull out. There's a lot of paint on there. Bit of jiggery pokery and it's coming. Try not to distort the plate too much. God. She's a bit of a bugger. I don't want to break it off. Be careful, I don't want to break the tab off, you know what I mean? Let's be careful. Where's my screwdriver? Oh, sorry. Got it. You know, I've got a sneaky feeling that this wasn't a Regent. This was a the other one, Texaco, is it? The all red one? Because look at the inside of there. That's red. That should be dark blue. Midnight blue. I reckon this is Texaco. Or what's the other? Mobile. Oh well. It's going to be Regent now. Okay. Tabs. So what we're going to do, just going to pause you for a second. That's better. It's better, but that was too close for me to the camera. Right, tabs. That one's upright. That one's upright. Get this one upright. So this is not an original Regent. Not that it matters anyway. They're all basically the same, aren't they? All basically the same. Oh, that's gone too far. Right, see if it'll come off. There you go. That's off now. Okay. There's your two halves. Bit rusty in there, look at that. And I think your ladders I've got tabs in them as well, look. See them? There and there, there and there. So they're what lifting up and sorting out. We've got to get these out. We have to get them out, haven't we? Hopefully without breaking them. You can get the long nose pliers in if you want to, but you're going to have to lift them off the... You're going to have to lift them off first. That one's gone the other way. That's the other way around. So you get the general idea anyway. It's going to take me a while to get these tabs up. And there should be... there's the tab there for the ladder. Which comes in here, there. And I'll imagine it's attached to the top. There's it there, look, in there. Right, so we'll deal with that in a second. We'll get that off for later. Right, let's have a look at this cab. Let me get my wire brush a minute and have a look at this cab. See how badly it's cracked if we can. Well, I think we're lucky that the crack just goes to that side and to that side. That looks like a crack, but I think it's just the paint what's coming undone. Yeah, there and right across to there. You can see that now, can you? Try and get it in the right light. There you go. You can see it now. There. Right across there. And the other side. There. So we've got to be ever so careful with this. It looks like it might hold for the stripper. So this really, looking at it, was supposed to be a mobile, or whatever they call it. Right. I shall leave that on there, and I'll probably leave that on there as well. So I need to take all them. I'm going to straighten the hook out. I'll warm it up because last time I did a hook cold, it snapped off bottom there. So I'll just put a bit of heat on that and then warm that up. So basically that's it. So that can be stripped. And I'll get in and I'll work these out. It's going to take me a while to dig all these clips out. You don't want to be seeing me spend the next 10-20 minutes doing that. Okay, then this can go in the stripper. Once that ladder's off and that side ladder's off, it'll go in the stripper. And you can, if you want, there and there, you can lift those up and that'll drop that axle if you don't want to grind these out. They're a bit tight. They're quite thick, these axles. Look at that. That's the smallest mushroom. And that's the other one. Oh no, that's the smallest mushroom, that one. Yeah, I think I'll grind them out. Might as well. Okay. That's it then. Next time, stripper. Got the ladders off now. As you can see, there's quite a few clips along there. All these here. Had to be straightened out. So it took me about 15-20 minutes, I suppose, to do it carefully anyway. Because these are very flimsy and often broken. So that's a ladder off. And then this is the side ladder, sorry. This one connects underneath. Which side is it? There it is. It's got the two slots there, and that goes over there. And then around the tank. And tucks in there. So that's ready for the stripper. And I went ahead and drilled these out as well. The caps. Where are they? Yeah, they're a bit tricky to get out. But I thought, well, I've only got to mask them up, so I might as well just take them out. They'll only glue back in. Nothing particularly special about them. Okay. Now, looking again at this, I said it might be the mobile one, mobile one. I don't know. Looking at that underneath there, down the side here, it looks like factory paint, that bit does. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Whether they did them red, all the same colour, or it might have been a chassis off a mobile tanker, shoved on something else. Because all the same chassis, isn't they, really? Flatbeds, the lot, they're all the same. So they might have just had a couple of spare red ones. But who knows? Only Dinky know what they do. Okay, look then. So, stripping time. And then we're away. Catch you in a minute. Caustic soda time then. Here we go. Kettle's just boiling. There you go. Click off. Let's fill her up. Oh, hang on a minute. Get the fan on. Can't forget the fan. Fill her up. We'll do it a bigger bowl, bigger dish really. Do it a bigger dish. Let's get that round. That's it. Here we go, it's the old caustic. I'll put a good jollop in here. I don't know what the overpaint's like on here, so I'm going to stick a big jollop in there. See what happens. see that. I don't think you can see that. The camera angle's not great. We'll just pull it out and have a quick look. Yeah, it's coming off. You can see that from there. It's coming off from... yeah, the red's gone off the tank anyway. Yeah, we're pretty much clean on that. I'll leave that in there for a little while. Get that to sit right. We've got the hubs in there doing nicely. Right, I'm going to leave that for a little while and we'll get it out and then we'll see what it looks like. There we go then, clean up time. Pretty much good paint removal. Happy with that. Right, start with a tank. I'm not going to do it all. I've got myself another wire brush. I got this from one of the cheapest stores, you know. I think it was called Own Bargains. Quite nice that. My missus saw it because, oh, I want one of them. She's not having it. No, I said. So, you're not having it. So I'm just giving it a wire brush on here because it's quite a big tank, this. So it's come up pretty good. Pretty good. So that's gonna come up a treat, that one. That should look lovely. Look lovely. Lovely jubbly. Good chunky brush, you can get your finger in. So that's quite good. It's a little bit battered there on the edge, just around there. I'm going to leave that because that looks pretty nice for the old patina, like, doesn't it? So I'm just going to finish it off in a bit, but I'm just going through and showing you what we got. I'll just get the worst off of this and I'll go over with my wire wheel. And the dog's off. Be careful not to put too much pressure on that cab. You can perhaps see the crack now. Let's have a look so we can see it. There it is there, look. See that? That's not too bad. It's not loose, so I'm not going to force it in any direction. And let's see how the crack that side. There. Right, so there's the base. There's the ladders. These are going to take some careful straightening. We'll see what we can do with those. Okay. Right, let's get my my extra bit on here. Switcher on. I've got my flak jacket on to stop any needles, and I've got my face mask, so if my voice changes, you know why. Let's have a look at this. These ones aren't too bad for losing hair, these ones. It's the wheels what are worse. So I'm just going to go over with this. I like to do the front. There we go. A little bit on the side. Up there. Right, got an idea. It's going to clean up nice, isn't it? Like I say, I'm not going to show it all because it's going to take too long because it's a big truck this. So I'll get back to you when it's all cleaned up, and yeah, when it's all cleaned up, I'm going to then super glue this, both sides, let they go off, and then we'll get some primer on it. Okay, catch you in a bit. All mocked up now, all cleaned up. I mocked it up like this so I could get all the pins straight before I painted it all. You know, put all these little pins straight so they go straight in the body when it's painted. Same with the tank, because otherwise you're going to be struggling trying to straighten pins out. So it's best to straighten them all out first. I've got the ladder straight as I get it, pretty square on there. I've done the toe hitch at the bottom, done that. So all I've got to do now is just to put some super glue in these two cracks, but I'm not going to show that on camera. So there you go, all mocked up, ready to go. So I'm going to prime it, and then I'll put the camera over and you'll see some of me do the top coat. Right, let's give this old Foden a bit of a spray. Good old can of, I'm using Rover Midnight Blue from Halfords. Let's give it a bit of a shake up and see how we get on. Underside first. I like to give mine just a quick blast, and then I go back over it later with a second coat. Hope you can see that. It's a bit awkward me trying to manoeuvre it around. Get it all in between the wheel arches and everywhere. I haven't got the best of grips on here, I must admit. Right, I'm going to let that dry off a bit, and then I'm going to give it a second coat. But yeah, it's coming out, that's the right colour. Right, so do the bottom half of the tank. Give it a good old shake up. Just go a little bit above halfway. Bit in there, down here. Okay, right, I'll let these dry off then, and I'll give them a second coat, and then we'll see where we are. That's the chassis and the cab painted and lacquered in the midnight blue. That come out quite nice. So that's that. I've just taped the tank up. Hopefully it's near enough. I only taped it up basically so I can get the red on the top, and then there's a white band So I'll get that in the middle of the two paints. We should be right. So I'm going to go and spray this and lacquer it and do the hubs same colour, and I'll get back to you when it's all lacquered and dried. This is the tank all finished. Well, half and half. The red's done, it's lacquered. Yeah, best I can get it. It's the ends are slightly different, so you don't get exact measurement. But we've got the white bit will go there, so give us a bit of tolerance on that. So that's all done. The hubs and axles are all cleaned up and done. Got the new tyres over here waiting to go on. And I've gone ahead and done a bit of detail work on the front of here. We're getting there. Just had the first coat in a minute because it's silver on this dark, and I always do mine on a gloss coat, so normally it's 2 coats. I've got the bumper to do, so we're getting on with that. And so we're nearly there, really. We're nearly there, chaps and chapesses. We are nearly there. So what I'm going to do, just going to put a bit on the old bumper just to show you how we're getting on with it. How we're getting on with it. The old eyesight's getting a bit better, but we're not going to push it too far. I'll get eye ache otherwise. Yeah. It's turning out quite nice, this one. Just hoping the decals all line up. That'll be a bugger to do. So yeah, as you can see, I usually give it a couple of thin coats. Nice and steady. It's not a race. It's not a race. Excuse me. There you go. Yeah, you need to, when you're doing details like this, you need to just take your time and don't put it on too thick and gloopy, because you'll spoil it. One, you'll take all the detail away, and 2, you'll get a right mess on your brush, and it's not nice. So just take your time. And also, if you've got some brushes, keep a couple aside just for detail work only. Yeah, so you keep them in good condition best you can. Otherwise, you'll regret it. Right, I'm going to carry on to finish the rest of these details, get the second coat. Otherwise, this video is going to be really long. Okay. We've got transfers to do next. That's going to take a bit of time. So I'm going to carry on and finish that off. Details are all done now. So we've done these. Done the details, bumper, lights. And I put the axles back in. Well, I couldn't have done it on camera because there's a lot of banging around with the hammer and whatever. The camera would have been shaking about like a good, you know, I mean, get the old vibration. So I whacked them back in. So that's all good to go. Spare tyres on the back. So yeah, oh, it's pretty good. It's all right. So that's a roller. So now we've got to do the tank. All the ladders are all painted up, ready to go back on. So we've got our decals. I've just had the kettles just boiled, so give it a few minutes. I'm going to put the white stripe on first. I'm going to do that off camera because I'm going to need 6 pairs of hands to get it straight and round there, and then I'll come back to you when I'm putting the letters on and stuff. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, here we go with this one. It's a bit tricky. Getting into the right place. Got to keep looking at the other side to make sure we got it equal both sides, which I think we're just about come down a bit, about there. And that letter, the E, that goes down the centre of the white line. So I like that. That's about right. It's not the easiest one to do. I've done that side. Roll her out. Should be somewhere near it there. I'm going to put some of the red stuff on it because you're on a curve. Yeah. That helps it conform. It does. You've got all these lines going across for the sucking. Right, now for the back one. Get it right. Sorry, I'm out of shot here. Out of shot. In hindsight, well, I'm doing it again. I'm way out of shot. In hindsight, if I do another one of these, I will do it. I'll paint the stripe. I think. I'm going to try and get this on here now. Get it to. So I'm trying to keep in shot and get on it before it dries. There's a bit. Put water on it. Shift it across a little bit. There you go, that's about centre. Then roll her out. Put a bit of red on. Right. Okay. So leave that dry. Then all the crinkles come out of it. Then we'll put the ladders on and assemble it. Okay, assembly time. I think we're dry enough to assemble. So there's all our parts. We'll get him out of the way first. We've still got to handle this tank carefully. Find the front. Where it is, it's got to be here somewhere. There it is there. So I think this goes on first. Oh, come on. I'll put that on first, because this has to go. You've got a long side and a short side, so the long side has to go there. Make sure we're all clipping in. Might need this to do a bit of jiggery pokery with. Not quite right. Somehow. That's got it. That one there's a bit dodgy. That's in. That's in. That's in. Yep. Pretty much square there. Down, 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 in. Right. Squeeze them up. Inside. One. Get that one in first, hold on. Maybe in a minute. So, well, I'm going to go on and click all these in. All right. Because it's going to take me a few minutes to click all these in. You don't want to see me do every single one, do you? Okay. So I'm going to click them in. Push that one in. And I'll click it to the base. It's all just a matter of putting the tabs in and bending them over. It just takes time. So I'll do that, and then we'll get it on the magic roundabout. This is what we started with. Dinky Toys Foden tanker, play worn, back axle missing. And this is what we finished up with. That's it, all finished. Dinky toys, Foden, tanker, Regent, midnight blue and red wheels, as you can see, hubs, come out quite nice. Only regret would have been that next time if I do this one again, I won't, I'll buy the decals, but I won't use the stripe, the white stripe. I'll mask it and paint it. It's a bit crinkly still, because I've just put that red marker set on, and it crinkles a bit, then it lays flat, so not a real worry. Not a real worry at all. So here we go, got a nice shine at the top. Got the ladder on straight. It's pretty good. Straighten the ladder out. Little kink in it, but not much you can do about that. All new tyres. And we've got a bit of bling on the front. So a pretty good representation of a Dinky toy. Well, hope you like this one. And we will see you next week with another one. So onwards and upwards, and best wishes to all. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.